Hello, everyone. This is Melissa again, the Dungeon Master of Dungeons and Drop Stitches. I am so sorry we were having some technical difficulties, but everybody say something.
Testing.
It's working!
Alright, now I'm gonna mute myself so I don't crunch.
So this is the thing when you use free software. I'm using OBS. Sometimes it doesn't work very well. But, hey, look, we look fantastic. We always do, but we look extra good in our layout today. So, I am Melissa, the Dungeon Master of Dungeons and Drop Stitches. My pronouns are she and her. I am Skananigans on Instagram and Ravelry, and you can find me in those places. I'm wearing my eyeball shawl by Stephen West today during the stream, and I am knitting on my Hippo for Easter socks and Lolo Did It yarn out of a Fish Lips Kiss Heel pattern. Amanda, can you introduce yourself?
Might want to unmute. Okay. I'm Amanda from Virginia. I'm at K2Tog_TBL on Instagram, and my pronouns are she and her. I play Yvelda, who's a half-orc barbarian. And tonight I'm working on the Sunlight Shawl for Sad People by Sylvia McFadden. And I'm wearing the Campsite Shawl by Alicia Plummer.
Excellent. Steph, can you introduce yourself? It would be great if you unmuted yourself as well. Curses.
Okay, alright. Hi, I'm Steph. I am from Ohio, and I play Alia, a human monk, and tonight I am attempting to finish up my Cavendish wrap on... It would help if I knew what wool I was using. Barocco?
Yeah, Barocco.
Barocco, yeah! That's what I'm doing.
Excellent. How about you, Jen?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jen. I'm from Queensland, but I'm currently on holiday at the Gold Coast. Hence the lovely view. Today I'm wearing my Prairie Skies shawl wrap, and I'm working on a hat, just my own, fit my kiddo, and some yarn by Hibiscus Island in Tassie. It's so soft, super soft merino. And for anyone who was watching last week, I finished my Stephen West hat. And it's very cute and very welty.
It looks great.
And I play Agnes, by the way.
Yeah. If you guys will give us a little patience today, since Jen is in a different location, her connection isn't as strong as when she's at home, so she might be cut out a little bit more than usual. Jenna, could you introduce yourself, please?
Sorry.
My name is Jenna. I play Ren, the Half Elven Sorcerer. I am wearing my Deshane tee from Quince & Co.'s summer catalog from last year, knit in Euroflax linen, I believe. I'm also working on my 2 at a time apple cider socks in Rockin' Strings yarn with a contrasting heel in yarn that I dyed myself. I put this in my Comfort Fade cardigan, so I'm just reusing scraps. That's all my stuff. You can find me on Instagram at Jenna Renna.
All right, and Chanel, finally.
Hi, I'm Chanel. I'm in Colorado, and I'm not wearing anything hand-knit because it's too warm, though I was wearing my Druid Circle earlier in the office because it was air-conditioned. And which, by the way, was my first sweater design, and we're hosting a knit-along for it, if you want to join in on Ravelry. Right now I'm knitting on the same thing that I was last week, which is a mostly garter stitch shawl with yarn from Marinated Yarns and Manos del Uruguay. And I play Tavin, the Elven Cleric. My pronouns are they, them, and theirs.
Awesome! So, as Chanel mentioned, we are having a knit-along. Woo! For the beautiful Druid Circle sweater. All of us decided pretty much decided that we were going to make it, so now it's a knit along. That's how things like this work.
We'll all have matching sweaters.
Yeah, we'll all have matching sweaters. It'll be great. And we're using your gorgeous pattern. So, if you want to join in, all you have to do, it's really simple, knit a druid circle. Join along with us, post in the Ravelry thread. We're not sure how long it's going to run. Probably a good amount of time since it is a whole sweater to knit, but it is DK weight or sport weight, so it won't take you too long. So yeah, totally join in, grab that pattern off Ravelry from Chanel's Ravelry store, and join in with us. Thank you everyone for getting us to 100 subscribers on YouTube. We are super excited to have 100 of you guys joining us for our adventures. Despite the technical difficulties we have had until a few minutes ago, we are glad that you guys are with us on this journey. And make sure, if you want a prize in the giveaway that we did at the end of last week's episode, make sure you get in contact with me so I can get you in contact with the right people so you can get your prize. We still have a lot of prizes that are still unclaimed. After next week's episode, I'll send out some emails to people and let them know that they won a prize, but we're still going to wait and try to get prizes out to the people who watch the first episode and everything. So thank you so much for entering in the giveaway. Make sure you pick up that prize if you won anything. Yeah, I think that's it, unless anybody else has something to add. All right, if that is all, we will get started in tonight's wonderful adventure. So, last week, you came back to find your friend Felicity in quite a state, having been overtaken and beaten by a group of thugs led by her ex-boyfriend Jasper, who you found out was a necromancer in search of a way to raise an ancient dragon from the dead. You were taking care of Felicity's house. You made sure to help her clean up, and in the morning you set out on the road to get to the city of Icewind to learn more about this Jasper that you have run into. You had a very uneventful day on the road until in the evening during Yvelda's watch. She was overtaken by the same group of thugs that were with Jasper. She valiantly fought their half-orc comrade off, left him dying on the ground, and felled enough of his colleagues that two of them ran off in fear, and one of them you were able to capture so you can question him. So now, the battle has just died down, and Tavin has one of the archers held in place mid-run. What would you guys like to do?
I guess, did we kill the other guy? He's the only one left, right?
Two of them ran.
Oh, okay.
And this guy is the one that's left.
There.
So 2 ran, 2 were killed, and 1 is held prisoner.
Alright, y'all. Let's gather around, and then when we're all surrounding him, I will release the whole person. Okay?
Okay. Does that sound good to everyone?
Sounds good.
Alright. Do you have an idea, Ren?
Do you have to release it, or can you hold him and I can burn him, and then we
Can
can
he
ask
talk
questions?
while I hold him?
If I burn his feet.
He can't
Oh.
speak while he's held. All of his
Does anyone
muscles
have
are
any rope?
seized.
We can hog tie him.
I think I do. Let me have a look.
Why don't we just regular tie him?
No, hog tying. We got a hog tie.
all right.
These guys are dicks. They don't deserve regular tying.
True.
You were super rude.
No. How
Sorry,
do I not
everyone.
have
I'm just
rope?
trying to do my-
Do I have room?
In our defense, we were when we started this journey, we woke up in a jail cell with none of our stuff. That's probably how we don't have
True.
rope.
Yeah, you do have a bag of holding though.
I've got
we did
some
not
rope.
put rope in there. Okay,
I've
great.
got some rope. Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right, Agna, you know your knots. Can you just like tie up his hands and his feet?
I'm pretty good with. Yeah. I'll make it a really secure, not just like a slip knot.
All right. So
And
Tavern releases the hold person spell, and as soon as that spell is released, you're in a circle. You have your weapons out towards him, so he knows what you're about. And as soon as that spell is released, he just glares at you all menacingly. And I don't know how else other people glare. It's always menacingly. Anyway.
I guess you could fail to be menacing.
Yeah. But, so he glares at you all as you start tying him up with rope. He's not saying a word.
Okay.
How do you proceed?
Ren, would you like to do the honors?
I'd love to. So this is actually I get people to talk at my job a lot. I'm telling my party members this. I get people to talk at my job a lot. Not everybody wants to give up the details of their family's wills so readily. So I have a few persuasive means to do this. And I turn to the man, slipping off my gloves slowly, and I circle around him and just kind of make light conversation. I say, so I take it that your friend Jasper sent you here.
No reaction. He's staring straight forward.
It's like, well, he didn't hire cheap labor. I summon a flame in my hand.
His eyes go wide a little bit.
It's like, oh, good. You know what this can do to you. Fun. This will be fun. I inch closer and closer to his... What hurts the most? I inch closer and closer, and I begin to unlace his boots. I look up to him, and I say, you can make this a lot easier than it has to be. Just tell us what we need to know. Who sent you here?
Seems like you already know that, ma'am.
I like concrete proof, so why don't you just say it yourself?
You said it already.
This is my favorite part of the job. I don't get to do this a lot.
Go, Ren, you're doing great! You're doing great, kiddo!
This is really fun for me. So I'm glad you get to share it with me. So over his bare foot, I start to make the flame, hold the flame closer and closer, particularly centering around where his nerve endings are. So I get really close to his toes.
You can see that he starts to tense. But he's not as squeamish as you think a kid of his age would be. He's actually pretty young. He's got kind of a baby face. You can see he's maybe tried to grow a beard in the past, but just gave up because it came in too scraggly, so he's pretty clean shaven, even though most of his colleagues were not. So he's got a baby face, and he looks pretty young, but he's trying to keep a brave face.
Listen, kid, your friends aren't here to see this. You don't have to act tough. Just tell us what you need to know, and you get to keep your foot.
Jasper Orion sent me, okay?
Good. We're getting somewhere. Now, did he know explicitly to send you to attack us? Or are you just robbing people?
He said he thought somebody was following him, so he and his friend flew over to Icewind and sent us back to take care of you guys.
And how'd that work out for you?
Well, I don't think we're getting paid for this job, so...
No, from what I hear about this guy, you should probably stay away from him afterwards.
I don't know. I'm just trying to do my job, ma'am.
I'm sorry to butt in. Flu? Who flew? Jasper?
Yeah, that's what they were going to that bitch's house for.
I'm gonna like backhand him.
Roll for an attack just because I want to see how much damage you do. Do an unarmed strike.
Don't kill him yet!
Ren laughed really hard.
Not yet, yeah?
15. Does that hit?
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
So that would be an unarmed strike?
Yeah. I think it's a D4 plus your strength modifier.
8.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, don't be rude.
He like spits out blood and like a tooth on the ground and looks up at you like, fine, what do you guys need? What do you want to know? I'll tell you whatever. Can you get that thing away from my foot?
Maybe. Where's Jasper?
I don't know. He was flying back to Icewind. He and his friend drank some fucking potions and I don't know where they're going. I don't know where they're from. They didn't tell me much at all.
Where did they hire you? My video's freezing up.
They hired me and my buddies at the High Oak Inn.
High Oak.
I don't know where they're from. I know they're into some nasty shit, but honestly, most people are, so I just...
That was your first time seeing them?
I mean, plenty of people come through there.
Well, yeah, but you chose some shitty people to get hired by.
I get hired by shitty people all the time, but the money's good.
And you're still alive. Well, I mean, you haven't been alive that long, I guess.
I mean, barely. And he glares at Yvelda.
Do you want to stay alive?
What kind of question is that?
Well, let's get back on track.
Fine.
Alright, what else do we need from him?
I want to see if he's got weapons and stuff.
Yeah, let's loot him.
Or any food. He might have some pockety food that I could be interested in.
So...
Can I search him, please?
Yes, you can. He has a couple of meat pies in his pockets.
Right. They are mine.
And
I
he
don't
looks
even
at
need
looks at you like, really?
Hey,
God, take my
try to
lunch.
kill us, man. Yeah.
He has a crossbow.
Nice. I'd like to take...
Sorry, can you say that again, Agna?
Oh, I'd like to take that crossbow, please.
Okay, it's a heavy crossbow.
Oh. Oh, my video keeps freezing up.
Let me just see if I can use it. Oh, sorry.
I can write down any loot. I haven't been doing a good job as party treasurer.
He doesn't have too much, honestly.
I figured.
He also has a mace.
Has it got any cool clothes?
Any cool what?
Clothes.
No. He's got just like basic tunic and breeches and armor.
Human-y type.
Yeah.
Right, boring.
Boring. Yeah. So basic. Alright, so let's see. And he has 7 silver pieces.
Yeah, we're taking that.
Okay. And 2 meat pies, which Agna already took.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm happy to share. I'm happy to
Yeah, I'll have a bite.
Yeah, you know, let's eat them right now in front of him.
Yeah, okay.
Plan.
We're a bunch of dicks.
There's not even enough for all of you. They're
You
like
guys want them heated up?
Oh, yes, please.
Like crispy top.
toasted.
All right. I take a bite. All right. So small fry. What else did you see Jasper take?
I don't know, man. There were just a shit ton of potions. I mean, that lady had a shit ton. That
Yeah.
cabinet was basically full. It's a wonder she even kept it in there, and she didn't have any locks or anything. Anybody could have stolen it.
I mean, she has us to prevent anything.
Well, yeah. Pretty good security system, though. Didn't keep it from happening.
Well, let's just. The most sharpest tool in the shed. So.
Agna, can you repeat that? Sorry, you cut out for a second.
Yeah, I kind of cut out.
Sorry. So, being a human, we know that you're not the most sharpest tool in the shed. So it probably wouldn't have been too tricky anyway.
He doesn't respond to that. He mutters under his breath.
Alright. Anything else we think we can get out of this guy?
He seems pretty stupid and young. I don't think he knows anything else.
Yeah. You think you've learned your lesson, kid?
Can I just go?
Not before I take your pinky.
Take my what?
Your pinky. Give it to me. I'll take it. I'll take one of his hands, my short sword, and I'm just going to nick off one knuckle of his pinky.
Oh my god.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Left. Left-handed.
Insight check?
Yeah.
Tavin, is this like part of your religion?
No.
Oh, this is just a hobby.
Old habits.
Oh.
15.
Yeah, he's lying. You can
Alright,
see that.
I take his right hand and my short sword, and I cut off one knuckle of his pinky.
Left! I said left! And you cut it off. He holds it close to him. Can you untie me?
Alright, I'm happy now.
And do you untie him, or do you just leave him tied?
I don't care about him.
I have one more question. What do you reckon you're going? What do you reckon you're going to do with those potions?
Alia's going to what?
Alia will untie him.
Okay. Agna, what are you asking him?
What do you think you're gonna do with those potions? What's Jasper gonna do with the potion?
I don't know. Like I said, it's above my pay grade. I was just the muscle. And he, as soon as you untie him, he limps away, clutching his injured hand to himself, and mutters, "What a bunch of bitches."
Yeah.
I grab his boot that I still had and I chuck it at him. Do I have to roll to hit?
Why not? Improvised weapon. Let's see.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I had to add. That would be a 17.
Yeah, that hits him.
Hey, stop being rude.
He looks back at you guys.
Just don't fuck with my crew.
And he runs. He runs away with bare feet.
Oh, rude.
In the dark. Running for his life. Speaking of which, it is still the middle of the night, so do you guys want to get back to sleep? You haven't had a full rest yet.
Exhausted, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back to sleep. Who is taking the next watch?
All you will.
Alright. Alia, roll for perception on your watch.
Let me look for... Because I'm going to need the extra points. Is there any points to add for perception? It doesn't look like it.
Do you have proficiency in it?
Oh, there it is. +1. Okay, so 5.
You fall asleep on your watch,
Oh no!
but thankfully nothing happens. And you wake up, and as soon as the next person comes out, who's taking the next watch?
Oh,
will.
I'll take it.
Okay. Agno or Ren? Which one?
I feel like I haven't done any. I'll take one.
Okay. So Ren rouses Alia from her sleep. Do you say anything to her?
Morning, sunshine.
Morning.
Okay, go get some real rest.
All right, and you sit down and do your perception check.
That is a 12.
Yeah, you don't see much going on, but nothing happens on your watch either, and you're free to go. So you wake up in the morning, gather all your supplies. Whoever is proficient, if I could have somebody make a survival check
I'll
to
do it.
see if you can figure out how far away you are from town.
Yeah, that's not me.
Ugh. 11.
Yeah, you know the way, but you can't really guess. You know, if you went faster, you don't know if you'd get there tonight. So, you basically don't know. You know that the journey was supposed to take you about 2.5 days. But you're not sure if you could go a little faster today and get there tonight. So, you guys set out on the road. And you carefully pack up your tents, step over the bodies of the attackers that you slayed last night, and you get on the road. Do you want to make perception check for whoever's taking watch during this journey?
I can take watch again. Alright. Wow, that was a shit roll for me. Total of 11.
Well, you can have somebody aid you, and then you can roll with advantage.
Would anyone like to help me out? I didn't get my full night's... I didn't get complete beauty rest. Didn't get my full 9 hours of cucumber slices on my eyes.
I'll help you out, Tavin.
Alright, thank you. That's kind of better-ish. Total of 19.
All right, with a 19, you have a pretty clear view on the road. You see a pretty large band of merchants with some supply caravans come through. They've got at least 6 caravans with them. Not a ton of guards, just a couple of guards. 6 caravans. You can't see what's in them right now, but they pass you with a nod on the road. There's a dwarf at the helm, of the main caravan, and then there's a combination of halflings and gnomes who are in, part of this caravan. But that's all you see on the road during the day.
Alright. Yeah. Tavin gets ideas, but it would distract from the main job here.
Yeah, you don't see, they seem pretty ill-guarded for how much goods they're transporting.
I just, in the middle of, while traveling by, I was like, hey, just friendly tip, maybe you want to protect yourselves a little. We got kind of jumped last night.
The guard at the front gives a firm nod and says, "We don't look it, but we're guarded enough. Thanks for the tip. Y'all take
All
care."
right. You too.
All right, and you continue on your journey. You get to a nice resting place. It's actually a small village that you find on the road into Icewind. There is a village like outlying. So as you've been traveling, you've seen a lot of like farms and pastures for sheep and other livestock animals. In this town, there's not a lot of big buildings. There's mostly just little cottages, but there's also a large building that you see as you're coming up to this village. Do you guys want to make perception checks to see if you can see what kind of building that is?
All right.
16.
19.
13.
Oh, hang on, wait, I've got to add something to it. 23, sorry.
18.
Okay. So Agna, you can see, because you're a little more used to places like this from your heritage. This is a fiber mill. There's a large sign that says Marby Fiber Mill on the side of the barn that this is contained in.
So very excitedly, God, we brought all that fleece because check out that fiber mill.
Wait, what? What is it?
You know, a fiber mill where you can get all our fleece milled up into yarn or fabric.
Oh, that's what you
Some
do
really
with it.
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you'd be into that, Tavin. You know.
What do you mean? Like, I never saw one of these places. I grew up in the city, and like these places are out in the country.
Oh, okay. You know the pants you're wearing?
Yeah.
Well, that's made of fabric, and these places can make fabric in all different colors. Like if you wanted something a bit softer or a bit heavier, I'm
Ooh,
pretty
softer
sure
would
we
be
can.
nice.
Yeah, you know, we never know. Like along our travels, we might find some other fibers like silk or cotton or something that could be really nice. I kind of see you in something like that.
I can see that too. I can feel that.
And some, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess Yavelda taught me how to, what's it called again? Pearl?
Pearl.
So maybe I can make more stuff now.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And Ren, we can get some nice yarn for Ren too, because she can use some lacy stuff.
I would be very interested in some thin yarn.
So you come up to this this fiber mill. The day is getting lower. It's probably about 4 p.m. So you could push on and travel a little bit longer in the day. But this place seems a little intriguing. Would you guys like to go in? Okay, so you journey into the fiber mill, and there's, a loud clattering of machines, of, devices. They're processing raw fleece into roving. They're processing that into yarn. Weaving is happening in here. And a very plump, red-faced dwarf woman rushes up to you and says, "Well, hi there. What are y'all doing wandering in here? Y'all look like you're not from here. What's your story? What brought you here?" I'm sorry. I was a little too forward. My name's Agnes Bulrush, and we own Marby Fiber Mill. It's the only fiber mill in town. It's the only thing in town, really. We don't get a lot of out-of-town visitors. Well, some people come a little on their way through, but usually they're looking to do some business with us. Are y'all looking to do some business with us?
Yes. We have some fleece that we would like to, what's the correct terminology? Mill? Is
Process.
That right? Process? We procured them from a breeder who, this is supposed to, can you tell if this has any special properties? And so yeah, Tavin gets out, I don't know who has been carrying the fleece, but we have 4 of them.
I would guess it would be you.
I imagine they were in the bag of holding because they have a lot of volume.
Yeah.
Yep. Tavin grabs one of the fleeces out and kind of like, I'm not sure. God. Okay, here you go. I don't like that smell. Can someone else take this?
Oh, I don't even smell it anymore. Give it to me.
Okay.
And she pulls out a lock, and you can see her, draft it in her hands and pick out little bits of vegetable matter. And she is very intrigued. She says, "Well, we have done some things with some fleeces with special properties before, but takes a little bit of extra time, and we need to process them by hand. We can't use our machines on them because they'll strip all the oils that keep all that good stuff in there. So I can see what I can do. But these look like pretty fine fleeces, if I do say so myself." Where'd y'all get
charge?
these? She wants to know where you got them first before she says how much she's gonna charge.
A farmer near the coast.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he had some extras.
And what kind of special properties do they have, darling?
Well,
She pinches your arm. She smells like lanolin and sheep poop.
Where were we at? Wait. What was the question?
What kind of special properties do they have, sweetie?
Listen, first of all, I don't know how old you are. I'm probably twice your age. Don't sweetie me.
My bad, darling.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, honey.
Just a little bit of a... nah. Anyway, when he was showing us the sheep, they seem to have some sort of fire properties. They would
Oh, I've seen some of these before.
Or have
Now
some,
these
like,
are
fire
very
flickering through them.
yeah. These are very interesting sheep, and we definitely want to keep those nice oils. That's what's going to keep you from getting burnt in these clothes.
Wow.
Now, you were wondering, nice little purple girl over there. You were wondering how much I'm going to charge. Well, sometimes I ask for coin, but I think in this instance, if I could just keep 25% of your fiber, then I'd be happy to process this for y'all for free.
How much would be... I know nothing about this stuff.
25% is a lot.
Tavin, you're not supposed to say you don't know anything when you're
Am I?
trying to make a bargain.
No,
Tavin,
I'm
how
just
old are
saying
you,
how...
Tavin, go check out that loom.
Sure.
So cool.
Listen,
So cool.
we're not willing to part with this fleece. It's special to us, and we have a lot of members in our party who need to wear this material. We will pay whatever you want, but we can't part with the fleece.
Well, sweetie, it's going to take us a very long time to process this fleece. At least 2 months. And it's going to take a lot of hard work by some of my most skilled craftsmen. So you're going to have to look at 250 gold if you want me to
Well-
process this fleece.
Well, honey, I can pay you 250 gold. That is fine. And we will wait the 2 months that you need to take.
That's
Well,
fine
Tavin's
by
kind
me.
of sulking and somewhat mesmerized by the loom because he's never seen one. But also, insight check because he's kind of just
Okay.
pouting. At...
So
This is why he didn't deal with the people.
there looks to be a very sweet-looking dwarven girl who is operating the loom, and she kind of giggles and looks at you, like steals a glance at you. Go ahead and roll an insight check on Agnes.
Mm-hmm. I just want to see if she's trying to swindle us. Okay. Oh wait, what does the circle around my proficiency dot mean?
What a good question. I have never heard of that
Yeah.
before. 1 second.
Huh, does... Oh wait, no, it means expertise. Ooh. So what
Ew.
do I add? Oh, this is with the... Okay, so whatever... I just add the number next to it. It doesn't mean
Yes.
I add extra. Okay. Okay, great. Total of 20, not natural.
All right. You can tell that although Agnes does seem to not be as happy with you guys not accepting her original offer of trading fiber for processing, it doesn't seem like she's trying to swindle you. So she, she's a businesswoman. She's just trying, it is going to take a long time. None of that was a lie. She was completely truthful when she said it's going to take a long time and some of her best people to make sure this, basically an enchantment, doesn't get lost in the processing of the fiber. So.
So I also step forward, and I thank her for doing business with us. But I also mentioned my family, the Calic family, we're in the business of arranging deaths, funerals, beautiful caskets, coffins, wonderful burial grounds, and I was
What
just
are you
wondering...
implying, little lady?
Oh no, I know it's a morbid business for some, but it's our calling. I was just wondering, what do you do with your leftover wool, the vegetable matter, the stuff you might throw away?
Oh, well, most of the poor folk in the town come around and get it so they can burn fires in their homes. That's...
Well, if you wanted to turn a little bit of coin on that, I could set up a deal with my family for a small percentage of that wool filling. People like the comfort of a wool pillow to lay their relatives' heads on as they pass. So I could connect you with my mother.
Well, that would be mighty kind of you. Thank you for offering.
Of course. And I give her our information.
Well, I am so glad y'all came through here and found my little mill. What are y'all planning on doing tonight? The sun's getting real low. There's no tavern here in Marby, but you're welcome to stay. I have some rooms up in the loft of the mill, and it'll get real quiet when everybody goes home for work. Y'all can stay here. I don't mind.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
It's just a few cots on the floor of the attic, but at least you'll have a roof over your heads.
That would be nice. It smells. I'll get used to it.
Oh, sweetie, you won't notice it after 30 minutes, I promise you. Alright, so Agnes will show you upstairs. The mill does get pretty quiet after a while. And this area is very pastoral. There's every now and then the sound of a caravan coming through the main road. It's like one of those villages, one of those towns, where there's a major highway. There's a lot of traffic through them, but the town itself is pretty sleepy. So you guys, it's basically just straw cots on the floor up in the attic. There are a few workmen, who sleep up there as well. And they're mostly, like, dwarf-sized. So some of you taller folks might, pull two together and try to sleep with two of them together or something.
Well, as we established, we're all, like, average to tall.
Yeah.
Contrary to real life.
Yeah, we're all... If you didn't already know, most of the Dungeons and Dropstitches casts are very short. I think the tallest member is Steph. You're 5'7"?
No, I'm 5'8.5".
5'8.5". And our shortest...
Yeah, you're actually tall.
Yeah, and our shortest member is Ren, who is... How tall?
I'm 4'7".
Yeah.
But
Ren is an actual halfling. Well, Jenna is a halfling. Ren is a normal-sized half-elf.
Ren is tall.
Ren is tall.
Like, tall.
Yeah.
I am 4'7". I am small.
All right, so you have an uneventful night in Marby Fiber Mill. You leave your fleeces with Agnes.
All right.
She sends you away with some muffins and gives you some hot coffee in the morning. The muffins are not great. Like, they're very good for Agna because they're pretty sturdy. They're bran muffins.
Good for pockets.
Yeah, good for pockets. Definitely. So she sends you away with some of those. Pinches Tavin on the butt as he leaves. If you look back at her like that, she'll just give you a wink and chuckle to herself. Y'all come back now. It'll be in a couple of months until your fleece are ready, but you're welcome back anytime. Especially you, darling.
I'm not into that. It's not you. It's like no one. I'm not into anyone.
Oh, we get some of the most curious travelers around here, and she closes the door to the mill.
Okay, guys. Okay.
All right, you guys continue on your journey. One more perception check for whoever is keeping watch during the traveling.
I'll keep watch.
I'll help you. I need some fresh air.
Okay. Should I roll with advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. 14.
All right. You don't see much on your journey, but, you know, every now and then a pretty bird pops up, and you can appreciate the nice, pretty birds, and you don't see any danger on the road. You guys are approaching the walls of the city of Icewind. It is about midday. where do you guys want to go from here?
You know what I think we need? More rope.
I'm down.
Yeah, let's go stock up. I feel like this Jasper has a few tricks up his sleeve.
Oh
Why
yeah.
shouldn't we?
Is there anything that would be good for anti-flight? I don't know. I mean, rope if any of us can lasso, but like, is there anything?
Agnes can teach you how to lasso, sweetie.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything that's like I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Never mind. Yeah. How big is Icewind compared to like Neverwinter?
Oh, that's a good question. 1 second. Let's see. Let's see. It is about the same size as Neverwinter. It's the largest city in this archipelago, which is my favorite word. I use it all the time. That's why I made an island setting, so I could use the word archipelago every session. All right. So yeah, it is about the same size as Neverwinter, and that's where Tavin is from, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, FYI audience. Tavin is from Neverwinter and spent most of his life there, so he's very used to urban settings, and he's pretty excited to be in a city again. Like a New Yorker coming back to New York.
So what are y'all planning on doing?
Well, Alia would like to figure out what what magical properties the other items she got.
Oh yeah.
So maybe a magic store? Magical items?
So as you approach the gates,
And maybe someone who can purchase stuff.
Yeah. So as you approach the gates of Neverwinter, you see like a guard tower, 2 guard towers on either side of the gate. The gate is open. Can everybody roll perception checks?
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh, very nice.
19.
17.
I also got a 17.
Woohoo! Twinsies.
Agna notices right away that Agnes just got the Hawkeyes this session. Agna notices right away that the guard towers are unoccupied.
Right.
Weird.
As we approach the town.
Something seems strange, guys. Let's be a little cautious.
There are no other signs of like chaos or anything. There's just no one occupying the guard towers, and the gate is open.
I want to just see if it's not a trap.
You can do an investigation check.
Oh my god, there's something wrong with my dice. I just got a natural 20 again.
Whoa!
You said something wrong, not something right.
Yeah, that's the opposite of a problem.
There's something right with my dice today. It might be the tile that I'm using to roll it on. Anyway.
All right, so you approach and you can see no evidence of there being any kind of a trap. It's just unoccupied.
Okay.
Can we tell if there are any people in the town?
Oh yeah, there are plenty of people. There are even people going into the gates as you guys are approaching. There's a pretty big hustle and bustle.
Well, I mean, they seem okay with it. Let's see. We'll keep on, we'll stay on guard, but let's get a vibe on this place.
Yeah, let's head in.
Okay, great. So you guys head in. What are you guys planning on doing?
Magic shop first.
Yeah.
How are you planning on finding said magic shop?
I'll ask like a passerby, I guess.
Okay, so you grab a random person off of the street.
Maybe I wasn't the best choice of person to do that.
Nope, you said it. It's happening.
Hey, where's the magic shop?
What do you say to this person? I'm guessing that was not exactly what you're going to say to them.
I'll just say, excuse me, could you direct me to the nearest magic store? Try really hard to hide my my teeth.
You see a lot of people of different races here. That doesn't seem like they look a little worriedly at Agna. But they don't seem to be threatened by you, Yvelda. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Did I bump into you? I'm sorry.
Oh no, not at all. We're just trying to find a magic shop.
Well, I don't know very much about those kinds of places, but I know that there's a kind of a curiosity shop. There's a woman there who sometimes deals in enchanted magical items. You could go there.
Is it close by?
Well, that's a really good question, and I have to look at my document. Cora's Cabinet of Curiosities is the name, and oh no, it's not too far away. It's about a 30-minute walk if you go down this main road here and then take a right, and you'll look for the sign with the 8-pointed star. That's
Okay.
Cora's Cabinet of Curiosities.
Great, thank you so much.
Sure. They check to make sure their coin purse is still there, and glare at Agna and walk away.
Are they well dressed? Do they look like they have coin?
Middling.
While they're looking at Agna, I'd like to try to pickpocket them.
Oh, Tavin.
Okay.
Agna, you're the perfect bait!
I'm there playing with my horns to super intrigue them as well.
What do I roll?
You are going to roll a stealth check. Sleight of hand check, sorry.
Sleight of hand? Okay. 11. I'm out of practice.
They don't notice. You are able to snag 7 silver and 2 copper off of this person.
Okay.
Seems like a small amount of money for them to be carrying around.
Relative to like how they appear?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's quietly slip behind Agna.
I thought you were trying to be better. Alright, so you have the directions to Cora's Cabinet of Curiosities. Are you guys going to head straight there?
Yes.
Okay. So you're...
I just want, as we're going along, I want to just check out the scope of everyone. Because it seems everyone's super quiet and reserved. But I just want to make sure that's the vibe I'm getting, or whether there's something else going on.
Actually, there are a number of people who are quite boisterous in the crowd. You don't get the sense that they're too reserved at all. That's just the one person who you ran into was a little more polite than most of the people. Some of them, there are some drunkards stumbling around. Some people bump into you and don't say sorry. It's a pretty bustling city area.
Do any of the boisterous people look like they could belong to Jasper's gang?
None of them are dressed in like the same uniform as they had. As far as you can tell. Roll an investigation check just to see.
Oh my god. One extreme to the other. Natural
Uh-oh.
one.
Oh no.
Yeah, you don't see anyone from his gang.
All right. Okay.
Could Tavin snoop around, try to listen in on any gossiping from kind of like the higher society seeming people to see if there's anything going on?
Sure. Do you want to like try to tail somebody from higher society and listen
Yeah, trying to find someone who's from higher society who looks unhappy to see what might be bothering them.
Okay,
Is there
you
any
don't.
like
Okay, you don't see too many people that look like proper upper class. You do see
Okay.
some nicer houses, so you know that there are people like that in town. But you don't. Nobody jumps out at you except for a couple. There's a elderly man and a middle-aged woman who are walking with one guard who is dressed in he has like a sigil on his breastplate, and seems to be the sigil of the couple there, and they are walking pretty quickly through town with their guard. Seem to be on a mission.
Okay. I'll tail them. Does anyone want to come with?
Do I recognize them? Like, with my noble background?
No, they're pretty low on the noble totem pole.
Okay. No, I'm not interested.
I'll go with you, Tavin.
Or I just want to get a beat on this town. Like, there's something weird going on. So I figured someone who looks important might know something important. But I don't know. A lot of people who look important don't know shit. So
All
my
right.
video keeps freezing up.
That's okay.
Okay.
We can still hear you. So you are going along, trying to tail these people, hearing their conversation. Go ahead and roll a perception check. And I believe Yavelda is going with you. Is that correct?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so roll a perception check with advantage.
All right. 17.
With a 17, you can only catch glimpses of their conversation, but you can definitely tell they don't say much outside, in the world.
Out in the open.
Yeah, in the open. But they do keep reminding their guard to stay close to them and to keep an eye out. Let's see. Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Both of you guys.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, Tavin.
I didn't roll too well. Ah, crap. 11.
6.
He rolled a 1. They should probably fire him because he's not a very good guard. So you're fine. So, that's all you can hear from their conversation, though there doesn't seem to be much more.
All right. What does their sigil look like?
It is half of a sun, and like half of a something with a rough edge. It looks like half of a rock.
Okay. All right. Well, that was fruitful. All right. I go and rejoin the group.
All right, so you guys are heading on to Cora's Cabinet of Curiosities.
Yeah.
Okay. You easily find it. It didn't take long for you guys to see the 8-pointed star on the sign. So you guys head in. You're faced with a very cluttered, kind of like an old bookstore feel, but there's also lots of other random things stuck in with the books and the shelves. There's shelves super high, and there are rolling ladders that go across so that, you know, you can get to the higher shelves. And there is one lone employee in the store. She is an elderly gnomish woman who looks to be completely blind. So this elderly gnomish woman is behind the counter. She has a number of more precious items behind her. And as soon as you come in, she says, "Hello there. What can I help you with?"
Alia walks up to the counter and says, "A good day, ma'am. I have this item that perhaps you wouldn't mind taking a look at and seeing what it was and what kind of magical properties it had, if any."
Is that a crack on my condition, my dear? Look at this item and see if I can find out what it is. And she chuckles, takes it in her hands. The store is also full of cats as well. Yeah.
I go chase a cat.
Are you meaning harm through this?
No. Is there a black cat?
What?
Is there a black cat?
Yeah, there's all colors of cats.
Oh my god. I find a black cat and I just go, I want to be friends with it.
Okay. You become friends with the black cat.
I'm very distracted. On with your business.
Okay. So she takes the magic object in her hands. What object are you having her check out?
Well, I know I have the belt, the belt of hill giants or something, but I don't know what the other one was.
Let me see. 1 second. I have it in my notes.
I think you had found a wand also, Alia.
That's what I thought it was. Okay.
Oh, yes. Immediately, as soon as she touches it, you can see like a little spark of energy, like green energy, come from her hand. And she goes, "Oh, yes. Oh, darling, you have a wand of the War Mage." And she hands it back to you. So, while holding this wand, you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls determined by the wand's rarity. It is a +2 wand of the War Mage. In addition, you ignore half cover when making a spell attack.
Whoa.
So yes, it's a wand of the War Mage.
Okay.
Do you have any other things that you need identified? It'll be 10 gold apiece for each item you need identified. So you know, first one's free, darling. And she pats your hand.
I don't have any other items, but my party members might.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, are
I
you
approach-
adventurers? She asks, "Oh, are you adventurers?"
Yes, I believe you could call us that.
Oh, I used to be an adventurer in my day.
Really?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You must have a lot of stories.
That I do. That I do. Oh,
Did you ever
what's
take
next?
an arrow to the knee?
Is that a reference I should know? I feel like that's a reference I should know.
Yeah.
Did I just lose my nerd card?
No, nothing, never mind. Keep
You're
going.
fine. You're fine.
All right. All right. So what's the next item that you have for her?
I approach holding the very friendly black cat in my hand, and I compliment her on her cats, and I say, "This one is just lovely. I have one at home. Her name is Lucretia, and I miss her to bits."
Oh, that's lovely,
Aw.
sweetheart. Be careful. She bites if you get a little too close to her. Her
Oh,
face.
So sweet. Just like Lucretia. So I let the cat down. Probably have been bitten. That's fine. That's fine. I invaded her space. But I pull out of my bag, I present a beautiful golden tiara with a special stone in the center. And I hand it over and I ask, "Do you happen to know what this could be?"
I can try. 10 gold, please. And she holds out a hand to you.
I hand her the 10 gold.
She feels it a little bit, feels the stone especially. I believe I've seen one of these before in my time. It's a circlet of blasting.
Oh.
So when wearing the circlet, you can take an action to cast the Scorching Ray spell with it. When you make the spell's attacks, you do so with an attack bonus of +5. The circlet cannot be used this way again until the next dawn.
Whoa.
So you have a circlet of blasting.
Yes.
She smiles. Her her wrinkles and her her very time-worn face curl into a smile, and she waits patiently. Do you have any more for me? I realized we never told Tavin what he got.
No.
Tavin has a ring.
Okay.
Roll an Arcana check to see if you know what it is automatically.
Okay. Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
11. I am not rolling well tonight.
Yeah, you're not able to tell what it is. But you can give it to Fuva.
Fuga?
Fuva is the name of the woman.
So who's Cora then? I'm asking as I ask out loud.
Oh, Cora's long gone. I inherited the store from her many years ago. I suppose I should change the name, but I never got around to it, and well, the alliteration is so
It
charming.
has a nice ring to it.
It does, it does.
Speaking of rings, I do have a ring for you to identify.
Oh yes, and she grabs it from your hand.
And I'll give her the 10 gold.
You, my dear, have a ring of spell storing.
Ooh.
So look that up on D&D Beyond. It was way too long for me to write the whole description in my
Makes
phone.
sense. A ring of spell storing. That sounds very useful.
Basically, you can store one or a couple spells. Basically, they're extra spell slots. So you can say, like, I'm storing this spell in here, and you can change it every day. It's pretty good for spellcasters.
Yeah. I should just make this thing of, I guess, Tavin collecting rings once he gets his telekinesis ring back from Felicity.
All right. Does anybody else have anything that they'd like to be identified by Fuva.
Yeah. I reach into my pocket and go, I have this daggery thing. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, and she holds out her hand. Can you hand it to me with the hilt out, please, darling? And she takes it from you. Let's
Like that?
see. She tells you, I'm serious. She's rolling really well tonight. There's a small chance that she would not actually be able to identify these things, but she's rolling really well. Oh, this is a Dagger of Venom.
Oh.
You gain a +1 bonus on attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. You can use an action to cause a thick black poison to coat the blade. The poison remains for 1 minute or until an attack using this weapon hits a creature. So that creature must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or take 2d10 poison damage and become poisoned for 1 minute.
Oh,
The dagger can't be used this way until the next dawn.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, not too bad. So she hands it back to you very carefully.
And I put it back.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else, dears?
Oh, I'm just wondering. I've got this empty jar, and it used to have some spell stuff in it. Have you got any of that sort of stuff there?
Oh, what are you referring to? Are you...
Well, it used to have some potion in it that I found. And I'm just wondering whether or not anybody selling potion stuff come by.
Oh, well, there are a couple alchemists that have shops around town. They frequently have products like that. I don't deal in these things anymore. Did in my adventuring days, though. But there are a few alchemists around town. Plenty of places to get your tonics and your tinctures and your potions that you might need.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are they far away, the alchemists?
I don't know where they are, dear. I just know that they're around. I don't partake in these things anymore.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
No
My daughter brings me the tonic that I need for my poor stomach, but I don't get it myself. I don't go out very much, as you probably can tell.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Anyway, does anybody else need to have anything else checked out?
No, but I'm gonna slide Rin my wand of War Mage. Because I don't need it.
That makes sense. Oh man, you guys are going to be so badass.
The spell storing is pretty good too, Tavin.
Yeah. I'm just cheering on my party mates who got items to help them destroy people.
Before the stream started, I had them basically raid a harpy horde of a bunch of magic items so I could give them cool stuff. So, anyway, where are you guys going from here? And do you want to look around the curiosity shop?
Yeah, let's look around what she has. I look for kind of like the strangest, most exotic thing that I've never seen.
Okay. Yep. I can do that. One
Yeah,
second.
DM. What's the weirdest thing in here? No pressure.
So she does have a assortment of rings in the case and at the desk where she is. You might be interested in the assortment of rings. Not the weirdest thing in there, though.
But they're pretty.
They are pretty.
Any interesting crystals?
Oh, plenty. She has a number of gemstones, which are often used for spell components, so it's not weird for her to have those kinds of things.
What's her name again?
Fuva.
Tuva?
Fuva.
Fuva.
Okay, so I walk up to the counter of Fuva, and I'm like, so I was wondering, do you have any crystal or something that would enhance pleasure?
Her face curls into a big smile, and she says, "Oh, looking for something that is an aphrodisiac, perhaps?
Perhaps.
I don't carry anything like that, but I'm happy to enchant something for you."
What do I have to enchant? Okay, Alia starts trying to figure out what she has.
Oh,
but-
she has things, like, she has stones that she can enchant. She
Oh.
pulls out a rose quartz about this long, and, you know, shows it to you, and says, "Don't make this dirty," and says, "How long? Nope."
There's no way you can't.
I can't.
No, you can't.
Shows it to you.
Just roll with it.
Yep. Okay, it's dirty now. So she shows it to you and says, it'll take me a few days, but I can probably enchant this to your specifications."
Various frequencies, vibration patterns.
Can you make it warming?
Oh my god.
You're turning pink.
Alia goes, "Please don't make it warming." But yeah, that'd be perfect. Can I come by later and pick it up?
She smiles, pats your hand.
I pet her knowingly.
Never
Not
cease
afraid.
to amaze me. That note that I'm writing in my notebook right now is hilarious.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm gonna walk up to Fuva also.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, do you sell anything that just smells good? Maybe like for a long time? Like lavender or something like that?
Oh, I have incense, plenty of incense in all different grades. Fine incense and common incense. I can put a little bit in a pouch for you. It won't cost very much.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Great. Let me see how much that would cost. I think it's only a few silver for just a little pouch of incense. Is it because all you or whoever you are, Uvalda? Oh my god. It's like when my dad would like shuffle through our names trying to figure out who we are. Is that because Uvalda doesn't want to take a bath?
No,
Okay. I was just
it's for
wondering.
something else.
Yeah, we'll just say it's 5 gold for a little
Five
pouch of it.
gold.
Pouch of common incense.
Okay. Thank you.
It's dragon's blood scent.
That's a good one.
You can also choose from Neg Champa if you want.
I ask if she has any Any teas?
No teas, my dear, but you can probably find those at the Alchemist. I only have my personal tea, you see.
Sounds like we need to find the alchemist.
I wonder. Maybe you should. Alright. So, Tavina had asked what the weirdest thing she had in there was. She has it looks like a wand, but on the end of that wand there is a crystal lens encased in gold next to it. This is on a shelf behind Fuva. She pulls it out specially when you ask her what it is. She says, this, my dear, is a gem of seeing. Has 3 charges. As an action, you can speak the gem's command word and expend 1 charge. For the next 10 minutes, you have true sight out to 120 feet when you peer through the gem. The gem regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. She says, well, of course, I have no use of this, but I've been waiting for an adventurer to come in and see if they can make use of it. Of course, I've been here so long, I forget about half of the things that I have in here, so I might have something much more interesting. You know how this can be.
Well, it's very pretty. I'm not sure if we have a use for it right this
Oh,
minute.
well, I didn't mean to sell it to you particularly. You were just wondering what the weirdest thing I had in here was, so...
Thank you for showing me. Do you want me to put it back for you? It was kind of high up.
Oh, no, and she, scrambles up a little step ladder that she has always set up back there and puts it up on the shelf.
Realistic narration. Number 7. I have 2 step stools.
That's why there are ladders all over the store, because she has to be able to get up to the high shelves. Yep. And as you're talking, the black cat that Ren had been holding is now, weaving in Agnes' legs. And there's a little tortoiseshell cat that's, standing on a shelf next to Yvelda and, rubbing its head on her, on the side of her face.
I'm trying super hard not to smile.
We know you're the friend to small animals.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do in here? All right. It is getting to be about the end of the day. What are you planning on doing for the evening?
We should probably find somewhere to rest and to see if there's a bathhouse for Tavin. And if we go to a tavern, someone might know where the Alchemist shops are.
Oh, what was the inn that stupid kid said?
An oak inn? High Oak?
Oh, yeah, the High Oak Inn.
Mm-hmm.
We should try to see if we can find that.
I don't, though, if Jasper was finding lackeys there, it's probably not a nice place.
We can find it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Burn it down.
A long couple days on the road.
So subtle.
We don't know if that's where he lives, but we should definitely ask around there.
All right.
So while we're walking around looking for a tavern, I'm gonna walk up to Tavin and just say, hey, I noticed that you don't like when things are kind of smelly. So I got you this incense so you can put your nose in it maybe, if we have to sleep in the sheep place again one day. Or something like that. You're welcome.
Oh, you
I
guys.
open it up and take a big sniff of it right now. Not saying it smells bad, just to see what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Or what's the incense scented with. Ooh, Oh, you have good taste. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys. I was just thinking, like, the moniker that your group is getting along is when you buy gifts for your fellow party members. It's really sweet. Anyway, I literally just thought of that today.
Also, I wanted to thank you, Alia, for the wand of War Mage. We're nice.
Yeah, you guys are nice.
It's nice having friends. When you grow up where I did, not very common.
I was muted, but I said you're welcome.
All right, where are you guys heading now? The sun's going down.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for the nearest inn
Okay.
that isn't gross.
Yeah. Nice inn, and then we can ask for a bathhouse, or if it has a bathhouse attached to it, that would be great. But yeah.
You guys might be forgetting something Felicity told you.
Oh, right. She has a place.
Oh, yeah.
And we have the key.
I'm a nice DM, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, but we still ask around for a bathhouse.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I want to go to the tavern and just see if I can suss out a few people and see if we recognize anybody from Jasper's party or
Okay,
hear
so
any gossip.
do you guys want to go to a tavern first and then see if Tavern finds a bathhouse and then go to Felicity's place, or
Why don't we find Tavern a bathhouse and then park it at a tavern near that bathhouse so we can get some information? Yes.
Okay.
Sounds good. Just like run a drink across the alleyway for me.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, but I shouldn't be in a hot. No, you shouldn't be in a hot tub and drink.
No,
Right.
you shouldn't. This is secretly my plot to kill Tavin.
You also shouldn't be pregnant and drink, but I'm pretty sure they don't know about fetal alcohol syndrome, so
Is one of us pregnant?
no.
What?
I'm just saying the society. They don't know about fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah, what do we not know?
Who's pregnant?
Very hard for Ren.
No one could. No one. Not even Alia. I don't think. STDs, that's a different story, but I don't think Alia. Anyway. Alright, so you ask around a little bit. Most people will tell you there's only really one bathhouse in town, and it is called the Crimson Oasis.
Crimson Oasis. That's ominous.
Yes. So it is called the Crimson Oasis. So are you guys dropping Tavern off there, or are you just gonna find a tavern and be like, okay, go ahead?
Well,
Anyone want to walk me there? I'm not
Yeah.
sure about this place.
yeah, I'll at least go with you. That doesn't sound savory.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I can skip the bath this time. I am feeling it after a couple of days on the road, but yeah, let's check this out.
No, we'll look at it.
Yeah,
If you
we'll
don't
take a
like
look.
it, we'll turn around.
Yeah, and then I'll go to the tavern with you guys.
Oh, also, I did want to mention there's kind of a joke in our DM group that Ren and Tavin are going to grow old together and live in a house
Well, no, Ren is gonna grow old and Tavin's gonna grow elf.
a little older.
A little
Yeah. Older. Yeah. I have, it's my headcanon that Ren and Tavin are going to be platonic roommates and have a
Aw.
garden, and yeah, Ren is going to grow old and Tavin is going to grow older together. So because Tavin is an elf and he will probably live to about 700, and he's only 200 now. 150.
think-
Remind me.
And I think half elves it's like around 200.
Yeah. So
Significantly shorter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdly shorter.
Gosh darn
Well,
humans.
That makes sense. It's so humans in this setting live to like
What, 40?
yeah. There's actually
It's gross
some
in this time.
yeah, but there's actually some research like I mean the low like life expectancy is because most people died pretty young, but if you looked at the population who made it past 30, they had a good chance of like making it to 70.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just the mortality rate in children.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yay! Fetal alcohol syndrome, mortality rate in children, and we're off. All right.
I missed when we were talking about making stones into toys
No.
for unsavory purposes.
All right, to the Crimson Oasis you go. The rest of you guys can find a tavern. It's called the Sour Broad, and you're able to get some drinks there. It's a pretty quiet place.
Do they have sour ales?
I love a sour ale.
Everything's sour there.
Yes.
The
Let's
bread.
wrap this up. I
the
need
ale.
some sour stuff.
Okay. Let's take a look at this place. Let's check it out. What does it look like?
So it's very dark inside. There are like oil lamps on the walls. You come in and there is a red tiefling that welcomes you. She's in like a very silky robe. And she welcomes you to the bathhouse. What services will you require?
Nothing that requires companionship. I just like a nice bath, alone and relaxing. It's the sight of a tiefling actually puts Tavin a little at ease.
Okay.
In this case.
It'll be 2 gold for a private room. Will you
private
be
room.
sharing it with your companion?
No.
So
Ren, did you want to drop me off, or? And it doesn't seem too bad here, actually.
Yeah, have your bath. Stay safe.
Okay.
I think this is a special bathhouse.
it is. You get that feeling. You see some people who are a little more PDA, showing a little more PDA than they would normally. But in general,
Tavin now notices, but he was like, okay.
So it's 2 gold for your private room.
Sure. And what treatments or ointments or mixtures do you have available tonight?
I can send someone in if you'd like a massage. We do offer that. We don't have
I'm
any.
not feeling like anyone touching me tonight, but if you can send up a couple of bottles, I can prepare stuff myself.
They'll tack on another 2 silver to give you some products to enjoy. There's some violet massage cream. I actually have violet massage cream, and it's amazing. Yeah, I used it. I have to hunch over a lot for my work, so I used it on like the back of my neck and my shoulders earlier today. It was very nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, that sounds great. So.
All right.
Okay, stay safe. I'm gonna head out to the tavern.
All right.
It is funny though. There's the 2 asexual characters went to an unsavory bathhouse.
Yep. So, the rest of you guys are at the Sour Broad, enjoying your warm pints of ale and not too great food.
Oh.
They have rooms available if you guys just want to stay here for the night. You're able to do that if you choose. But it's up to you guys. After a little while, Tavin comes out smelling delightful. Yeah, they don't press you to have anybody accompany you or anything. Like you can tell that they definitely offer that kind of service.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
People do what they want as long as they let me do what I want.
So you meet your friends back at the Sour Broad. Where do you guys want to proceed from here?
What is the in the tavern itself, what's the general atmosphere? What kind of people are we seeing here?
You're seeing mostly travelers. It's like if you go to a foreign city and like you go to one of the tourist places where the food isn't very good, but it's like just there, so you go there. Like everything's a little overpriced and the food isn't very good and the service isn't great. That's kind of the vibe in here.
Maybe we'll ask one of the tavern workers where an Alchemist Shop is near here.
Okay, so you talk to a barmaid whose name is Annie, and Annie will tell you that there's a small alchemist shop about 2 streets over. It is named the Crowned Pheasant. Tinctures and potions. That's the only one she knows about, though she knows that there are more in town.
Alright, well, I thank her, but I do order a sour ale.
It's the only kind we have, ma'am. And she goes and gets it for you.
So good.
Yesterday, I got a 6-pack of a sour ale that's guava and passion fruit. It's so good.
Ooh, yum.
I Instagrammed it, but yeah, it's so good. And it was brewed in Nevada. Like, I didn't know there was anything good in Nevada. Like, I'm from Nevada, I can say that.
I was gonna say, this feels like a personal vendetta.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, like I didn't know there were breweries there. That's cool.
All right. So, where are you guys planning on spending the night?
It seems safe here.
Agnes still on the lookout to see if there's any humans that were acting weird or boisterous or rowdy.
There aren't any humans acting like that, but you do actually see a blue tiefling that is not even trying to be subtle. They're staring at you. They're keeping a strong eye on you. Not like they're suspicious, just like they're anticipating something. And if you get up to use the chamber pot or something, they'll meet you in the corner and say, "Do you really want to be with these freaks that you're with? We've got a group of our people. You can meet us sometime over at the Crimson Oasis. We take care of our kind here. Don't let yourself be put down by all of the work of these people. They don't even care about you. If they think we're hell beasts, let's prove it to them. Meet us at the Crimson Oasis some night. You'll see what we're about."
And Agnes says, well, I know where you're coming from. Like, if we just happened across each other, and despite them looking a bit weird, they're not too bad. They've had my back a couple of times, but
you never know when they're gonna turn against you. It's happened to me too. And he pushes a coin into your hand.
Oh yeah.
He pushes a coin into your hand. It has like a really cool effect where it refracts all sorts of different light, so it's kind of multicolored, like an oil slick. This coin, it's just a plain coin, but it's got that multicolor He hands it to you. This is our calling card. We meet at 11 p.m. Come find us sometime. We'll keep you away from the oppressors.
Okay. So I just tuck that into my pocket.
All
And then I
right.
just say quickly, just by the by, you haven't seen any weird looking humans, like weirder than normal, I'm saying, that are bullies.
There's plenty of bullies in this town. Plenty of bullies everywhere. That's why we band together. We'll take them down. That's what we do.
You haven't heard of a human named Jasper, have you?
And he walks away. And that's where we'll end the adventure tonight.
Oh, okay. Huh.
All right. So
Seems like a really expensive calling card.
That's true.
We have 5.
the calling card, yeah. So yeah, we will pick up next week with our adventure. You'll explore Icewind a little bit more, figure out who these, what this Crimson Oasis really is. Maybe pick up your special order from Cora's Cabinet of Curiosities. Yeah, totally. Does anybody have anything to add before we end the stream this evening?
No, you know, Tavin was definitely just like kind of like fluffing his hair and be like, "Smell me, smell me. That was so good."
And they are very nice products that you were using. You know, you're very impressed by the quality of the products that they have available at the Crimson Oasis. All right, so check us out on Ravelry. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And if you can, support us on Patreon. We would love to be able to bring even better programming to you guys. We're still working through the technological kinks, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So, and on Ravelry, you can find more information about our Druid Circle Knit Along and some of the wonderful, some of our wonderful color combinations that we've come up with. I know I posted mine, Amanda posted hers, and I think Wolfiend, Emily, posted her color combination as well.
I haven't
So
seen that yet.
hers is gorgeous. I love the colors she picked.
I will be taking a look.
All right. Have a great night, everyone, and keep on adventuring.
Yay.
See ya.